What's up, y'all?
And welcome back to another episode of
Don't Do That.
Don't Do That.
I'm Mad as Hell Monday.
Here on 16 TV.
And I hope you all had a wonderful Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
Yes. You guys are not recognized enough.
Facts.
Not enough at all.
Facts.
So I would go there, but we're not going to go there today. So, Smoke of the App is going to be basically a combination of a bunch of smoke that I get when it comes to these gelato pens every time you go to House of Dank.
Shake joint. Smoke of the App.
House of Dank has these pens, 2-gram pens for like $20. And if you go between 9 and 12, it's 15% off that. Plus you get a little bag of shake, whatever. Pretty decent stuff there. So, but what I do have is it's cherry pie. It is a hybrid. So it's both indica and it's sativa. Usually I don't really worry about what it is because all weed affects me the same.
I don't care what you call it, man. It's weed.
It's marijuana. So,
what was that? Grandma's Boy?
Mm-hmm.
Grandma's Boy. Classic. If you haven't seen that, go grab that and watch that immediately. Hilarious.
Yes, hilarious, you guys. Hilarious.
So, we're going to start it off today with some interesting topics. And of course, as you know, ladies first.
All right. So, to all the Trump supporters that are shocked that some things are happening that you didn't want, he said he was going to do it all.
Surprise.
All right. So, Trump voter. Again, this is by Tom Latcham, the Daily Beast. Gentleman's name is Vincent Scardina. He, of course, supported Donald Trump's tough stance on immigration at the ballot box. But, of course, like all you idiots decide to sit there and claim, we didn't know he was going to do that. Well, that's what you get. So the 6 men, all from Nicaragua, were pulled over in a work truck on May 27th while heading to a job and then carted off to jail. No. According to the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, deputies helped transport the men to a local detention facility for deportation. Now, Scardina, who runs a small roofing business in Florida's Lower Keys, cannot believe it. It's quite a shock. You get to know these guys. You become their friends, not just an employer, but a friend. Then why did you vote for him? Now, adding to his annoyance, the men had a valid work permit and pending asylum applications, according to their attorney, Regulusha Smith. Now, they are legally to work here. Valid work permit, not even close to expired. Again, no criminal record, not here and not in Nicaragua. Now, then a swoop on a Home Depot last Friday in a predominantly Latino neighborhood of Los Angeles sparked widespread anti-ICE demonstrations because you guys are just targeting whatever you can, huh? Now, Scardina says he voted for Trump and still supports many of the former president's policies, but this isn't what he signed up for. He said, buyer's remorse? I don't know. A little bit. He had stated that. Now, the detained men represented by a third of his the detained men represented a third of his total staff. Devastating in a small labor pool like Key West, we're not able to just replace people as easily as, say, a big city with very limited people to pull from, and then you would have to train them, and that takes sometimes years. Even more jarring, 3 of the workers have now been transferred to detention centers in Texas and California. The rest remain in local custody as their lawyer fights to have them released. I don't know why you guys act so surprised at this. You knew what you were voting for.
Trump's a racist?
Really? While he has also been sued how many times? And also sued by one of the people off his show, You're Fired, The
Trump's
Apprentice.
A bad businessman?
He's been bankrupt how many times?
Trump doesn't know what he's doing as president?
Absolutely not. Name one educational resource that he has that he has actually went to school for when it comes to being a president, a lawyer, a Senate office, Congress, legislator, anything like that. You tell me
I
where
didn't
his
know I
experience
was
is.
getting someone like that in the Oval Office. I'm shocked. You get what you pay for.
Yeah, you do. Buyer's remorse. You shouldn't even be just a little bit. You lost a third of your workforce. Workforce that knew what they were doing. Workforce that you literally sat there and you became family with. Best friends, right? But you voted for a man that was willing to deport people of color. Even though we'll hear of a few people from like Norway or places like that that are white, just to make it look good. But that little bit compared to the amount of people that are of Mexican and brown color or of black descent, of black Afro-Latino or Afro-Latina, you guys are stupid. Ignorant fools.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I have a lot of different things to share with you. You know how the police are always saying, I thought he had a gun.
Another police thing? Oh no.
I feared for my life. I thought I saw something black and shiny. It looked like a weapon.
It sounds something
so
like a police would say.
That's why I fired my gun.
So we have another police situation here?
No, actually,
What?
it's not.
Really?
We're
Sounds
content
bad.
creators. We're content creators. Content creation is actually a feasible job now. If you're doing it right, you can actually get monetized and start making money. Whether that be money that is facilitating your entire life, if you're one of those content creators like Mr. Big or somebody like that, you know, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast,
John Campia,
or John Campia, or somebody like that. You might be
Shartimus Prime.
Not sure if Shartimus is making that kind of money, but he is making some money. He is monetized. He has got sponsorships and whatnot.
Okay.
Now, the reason we're talking about content creation, we got off the subject a little bit. We are content creators, and content creators do sometimes get into it with each other and beef.
Right.
Now,
no big deal, right?
Two content creators met up in Las Vegas on the Las Vegas Strip. And this story opens up on June 8th, 2025, which is not that long ago.
No, it's a week ago. It's a week ago. Week in a day.
A week ago. So streamer
this is disgusting.
Streamer murders black man and his wife on the Las Vegas Strip. Murders them.
Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Rodney Finley, known as Finney the Great, and Tanisha Finley, known as Bubbly, on this platform. Content creators on YouTube, content creators. Rodney was 44 years old, young. His wife was 43. They were murdered by Manuel Ruiz, who was an opposing content creator. They were beefing, like I said. And he went by Sin City Manny. He actually walked up on Finney the Great and his wife Bubbly, on the Las Vegas Strip. His wife is seen on the footage saying, "Don't come over here starting no
nonsense."
You know. Then you hear Finney the Great say, "What's up, cuz?" Right after that, you hear about 5-6 shots in succession. He shot Finney first in the torso, then he shot him in the head. Then the wife shot her in the head. Fled the scene, called for a
Share ride.
share ride, a ride share. Yep, it says the shooting. It says Ruiz fled to New York City after calling a ride share and ditching his clothes.
Hat, shirt.
He was advised by his friend to turn himself in. In his first court appearance, Ruiz told the court Finley's wife appeared to have a shiny black object. It appeared to be a gun. She was dancing in my face, he said. He also said Rodney Finley said, "What's up, cuz?" He said, "What's up, cuz?" aggressively and had his hand by his waist, so he thought his life was in danger. Sounds like he read straight from the Crooked Cop Handbook, Chapter 1, Flimsy Excuses for shooting somebody. Ruiz was charged with 2 counts of murder, and he was denied bail. The reason I did this story, not only because it is utterly despicable and it's ridiculous that somebody would be that moved by social media to really be in competition with someone or beefing with someone to that measure where you take their life. That's crazy. That's crazy work.
And what's crazy work is what was it? There was a time, an incident where Mr. Ruiz had something about pepper sprayed, where it was more of a racial slur, but from what I got out of it, it was more along of racial slur while being pepper sprayed. That's what I got out of when I searched it up. So either way, Mr. Ruiz is a racist Mexican. Okay, period.
Stupid
He's racist
Mexican.
All right, and the reason why I say that he can be racist is the simple fact that he has benefited from the already systematic racism towards black people.
I fear for my life.
And he thought using that excuse was going to be a good idea.
I thought he had a gun.
Just, I don't think I have anything to say on that. He makes me sick.
So, yeah, that happened. And that happened on the Las Vegas Strip on June 8th, 2025. And he used the exact same excuse that every crooked cop that shoots a black man uses. I thought he had a gun. I feared for my life. That's why I fired my weapon. Not to disable the person that I thought was trying to get at me, but to kill the person. To end their life. Because you could stop somebody by popping them in their knee if you really think somebody about to get at you. Because if you pop somebody in their knee, trust me, they're in so much pain, they are not trying to fire their weapon. They're not. They probably won't ever walk right again, but they'll live. They'll live to fight another day. John Witherspoon. So, what do you got after that?
Well, as promised, I will talk about unarmed. Okay, unarmed at the time of death. Okay, because I want you guys to understand something. Whenever I read this off to you, when you compare the one time to the other amount of times, it's insane. Killing of Jayland Walker. On June 27th, 2022, at approximately 12:30 a.m. Akron, Ohio, police officers shot Jayland Walker, a 25-year-old American from Akron. Yeah, Lord have mercy. Following an attempted traffic stop and car chase, footage showed an officer saying that Walker's car was slowing down after reaching speeds of about 50 miles per hour in a residential area. Seconds later, Walker, wearing a ski mask, exited the vehicle and began to flee. That means run away. Okay, running away. Flee on foot. Officers pursued on foot and fired more than 90 times at Walker. Autopsy results showed that Walker's body was hit by more than 46 bullets. Walker was not carrying a weapon when killed. A handgun, again, was later found in Walker's car, and officers reported a firearm being discharged once during the preceding car chase. Police said a bullet casing consistent with the recovered Glock handgun, which Walker purchased from a gun store in approximately a week before his death, was found in the area where they say a shot was fired. A grand jury voted for a no bill on charges for the officers involved, with Ohio Attorney General Dave Yost stating the grand jury concluded officers were legally justified in their use of force. Now, incident. According to the police, at about 12:30, pursuing officers. Now, the thing what I don't understand is following the shooter, Walker was put. Now, what pisses me off is that after you got done shooting this man to death, more than 46 shots hit this man. All right, now whenever they say, okay, they were shooting at him, and in the process of shooting at him, as you're running, right, velocity, scientific, speed of force, all that good jazz, you are being shot at. And now you're being hit. Each time you get hit, it jolts you and jolts you. If I'm not mistaken, each time you get jolted, you sometimes turn around. So you get more shots to the front of you.
They switched.
Now, here's the kicker here, as he's already basically dead on scene.
Oh, yeah.
Why is he in handcuffs? Why is he in handcuffs when the EMTs show up? Why was he in handcuffs? After shooting more than 90 times and being hit more than 46, he's in handcuffs.
He don't need handcuffs. He needs a hearse. He don't need handcuffs. He needs a hearse.
So to me, that's disgusting. That to me, one shot as he's driving away. Okay, yeah, he did. He shot one time out of the car while they're being while they're chasing him. He shot one time. But apparently, him running away was an endangerment to their lives.
I got one that, we like that segue. This isn't funny.
Fuck you to your excuses and your grand jury.
This isn't funny, but this is just the segue, right? While she hits her square and lights up her cigarette.
Holy crap.
Let me tell you about this one. This one, because this is for Mad as Hell Monday. And this just made me mad to the moment. I was like, what the... Bro! All right, so look. A black man was being arrested.
Oh, my Lord.
Listen to this one. A black man was being arrested for jaywalking, bro. Jaywalking. One of the measliest, pettiest fucking things
I don't even think that should be law.
Arrested for.
I don't even think you should get in trouble for it.
Check this out. A black man was being arrested for jaywalking and was ran over by a patrol vehicle during the arrest because the officer was so eager to arrest him that he left his vehicle in drive, thinking that he left it. Oh, he left it in reverse.
It was reverse.
Thinking that he left it in park, and the vehicle coasted until it ran the man over. Once they got the vehicle off of the suspect, the black man was saying, "You ran me over, bro. You just ran me over, bro." And once they got
I can't believe they did this shit
off of the guy, the black man, once they got the vehicle off of the black man, they still put him in handcuffs as if getting run over by an
Wasn't
SUV
punishment enough
wasn't punishment enough. As if that
for
didn't
jaywalking.
subdue the black man who was
Ran over
jaywalking.
for jaywalking. Basically, you may as well say that because he was so eager to get out of that car, that truck.
Jaywalking?
One, it shouldn't even be a law. I'm sorry, it shouldn't be a law.
You shouldn't get arrested for jaywalking. You should get like a little small ass ticket if you're gonna get that.
Not. Screw that ticket too. Screw that ticket.
Stupid.
No. Okay, because for one, if I'm trying to go across the street, just across the street, let's say to the party store, all right, I'm not going to walk all the way down, depending on how far that stupid crosswalk is, to cross the street to go all the. It's like a military thing. Military. To use the bathroom. No.
Do you want to know where this was? You want to know where this happened?
Convenient, by the way.
It happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Amazing.
The exact same place that we talked about a couple other times on this show where they had Black Wall Street. It was in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Oklahoma got bad press. Got bad press with the black folks. For real. Tulsa, Oklahoma. So Black Wall Street wasn't enough. This young man's name is DeMonte Hampton. And his only crime, because getting arrested for jaywalking, his only crime was walking while black with dreads. That was his only crime. Walking while black with dreadlocks.
Mm-hmm. Because, again, personally, jaywalking shouldn't be illegal at all.
Jaywalking? I feel like doing the Allen Iverson rant, but just putting in jaywalking.
Jaywalking?
We talking about jaywalking here. Really? Jaywalking? We talking about jaywalking, man. Jaywalking. We talking about jaywalking.
Not the walk. Not the walk that I do every day.
Not the walk that, I go to the store and go grab a pack of smokes or a pack of sticks. Not the walk. We talk about jaywalking, man. I mean, how silly is that when we talking about jaywalking? I mean, I know I'm supposed to use the crosswalk. I know that. And I'm not shoving it aside like it don't mean anything. But we talk about jaywalking, man. Seriously, man. We talk about jaywalking. And this man got ran over.
And still put in handcuffs. For jaywalking.
We got to do better, America.
For jaywalking.
Jaywalking. I didn't even know that was still a thing.
Shouldn't even.
Jaywalking, bro.
Okay, yeah. What else?
I mean, I have one fact. I just have one fact to leave y'all on. I feel like she does her one thing every episode. In this episode, we went a little over on Mad as Hell Monday because we was really mad as hell. So we didn't do that one thing. So I'm going to leave you with a little bit of information because Trump is getting rid of all the educational stuff. So y'all won't know history unless somebody shares it with you. So want to hear about it? Here you go. In 1963, the KKK bombed a church, the 16th Street Baptist Church, killing 5 black children. And this was in Birmingham, Alabama, where my family is from. You're welcome.
So thank you again for coming out and seeing us and sitting here and watching us. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and get notified for each and every time we drop new content. We'll see you next time on Wicked Wednesday. Pieces.